Hi, I'm Alex Archbold. I've been buying and selling antiques since I was a kid. Over the years, generations of our family have gotten involved in the business, and I'll search just about anywhere I can to find hidden treasures both big and small. I never know what I'll turn up next. It's about exploring new places, seeing new sights, and having fun. And even though sometimes I get over my head, we try and make things a little better along the way. This is Curiosity Inc. Well, good morning, everybody. Today is one of those days where you kind of wonder, am I making the right decisions with my life? And not because I'm going to visit my friend Greg. I'm looking forward to that. It's because we've decided to revisit the river valley here in Edmonton, which at one point, before they had proper recycling facilities, they used to just pretty much dump the garbage towards part of the river. And this is like 100 years ago. In spring, it's the best time to go down there because that's when the frost pushes the old debris back to the surface. Over the past couple of years, I know people who have found old Coca-Cola porcelain enamel push bars. Greg found an old toy car. Excuse me, I'm getting verklempt just thinking about it. He found an old toy car. So I really don't know what we're gonna find down there. It's a little bit of a risky endeavor, but it's a nice sunny day and I figured why not. So today, follow along as we go dig up some of Edmonton's past and explore and see what we can find down by the old dump site by the river. So off we go. Well, we made it to the park and found a Greg along the way. And last time you were here was the last time I was here too. Yeah. That was I think before COVID.
It was.
I was probably like 2018 or 19 or something. It's been a while anyway. So we'll see how different it is. Coming out this time of year is, like I said, it's not a bad time to come because the frost over winter pushes debris to the surface. So there might be some things that we didn't see last time, or I don't know. We'll find out. And we noticed walking through the park here that they've got a crew of volunteers with garbage bags picking up trash from around. If they only knew where we're going, the job that they'd have ahead of them if they really wanted to tear into it. But from the surface, it doesn't look so bad here. But when you get down to the nitty-gritty side of the riverbank, that's where you find the stuff. See, this area looks all nice. Like it's a dog park. See, there's a dog. And it's green and grassy and fairly well manicured. Looks all good. But where we're going is a little more rough and tumble, a little less cared for. I think, did we take this path before off to the side?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's been a while. We'll go this way.
Okay, we'll go this way. This is kind of where we're headed, down in that area there. We've got to go up and around the corner, but you can see when I'm filming this, and I'm filming this in, what is it? Late April. April 20th is when this is being filmed. Sometimes you guys watch these videos, it's not the exact same time that I film it. But the ice is flowing off the river. Insta-death if you fall in there. Not want to do that today. We are almost at our spot, and I remember it because there's this flat plateau area, and at one point there used to be buildings all along here. And this whole area flooded in the 1950s, so all these 1920s sort of houses and buildings that were down here, some industrial, were all lost or washed into the river or shoved into the river at some point. So that's why there's so much debris in this particular area, because a whole neighborhood got kind of washed away. So this begins the search for us to find a spot to get down the side of the bank safely. I'm at the spot. I must have been braver a few years ago because this is like almost a vertical drop down there. It doesn't look like it on camera, but I know I'm here. You can see the old bottles that have popped out of the ground over winter. I'm gonna try going down that way. I've made it to the river's edge. Greg did not want to come down that. You know, it never looks so bad on camera, but as you're coming down the steep sort of cliff edge, there's like jagged bits of metal and stuff sticking out. So definitely don't recommend this, especially not for a novice. I was walking my way down going, you're not a young man anymore. Oh, hey, look, a bottle. Prairie Rose, that's 1940s era. That wasn't there last time. I mean, it's also been years, but looks like there might be some stuff that popped out. Let's keep looking. Trying to decipher what some of this stuff is. And you can see over the years, it's kind of, the water has, you know, bits of old brick and tile. And the water is actually moving pretty quick. But there was part of that old Prairie Rose bottle sitting there. That's the chunk of metal I had to go past. I thought I just saw another bottle sticking out of the mud. Are you guys watching at home will see stuff before I do. Car tire. I think there was a whole car stuck in the mud down here, if I recall. Like that, those are chassis components. There's probably some old car buried in there. Let's see if I can get up to the side here. There used to be mine shafts around here too, for coal mines. There's a big chunk of glass right there. Get my shovel. Actually, see, there's a whole bunch of glass there. So that might have been a pit that got knocked over. I'm gonna get my little shovel out and do a little digging in this area, I think, see what pops out of that dirt. Okay, there's a little pocket of glass down here. I don't know if you can see this. This clay has formed around all this stuff, and years of frost and also probably being squished the first time around have broken a lot of things. That looks like the base of an old like a beer glass or something. See that right there? This is all colored glass. There's the top of a beer bottle. But there's a possibility that there might be some complete bottles in here. It's just, they're gonna be buried. Oh, I see, yeah, watch out for that metal.
I came in like a wrecking ball.
I heard you slide down there. You all right?
I'm good. Thankfully, I put my feet out to keep myself from slicing me on metal.
Yeah. Okay, this is not for a novice down here. I found a little pocket of concrete and broken glass, and I thought, well, maybe this is a spot where there might be an intact bottle. There's an old 40s Prairie Rose bottle behind you back there, but missing the top off it. Yeah, a lot of brick and tile. Hard to say whether this is going to turn anything up. And it's so mixed in with big blocks that sadly, I think finding anything in this area might be, oh, hang on. It looks like a little medicine bottle right there, or was. Look, it's got the stopper on it, or did.
Looks like it would have been an interesting bottle. It's thick glass.
Has a
1950.
1950. What does it say on the bottom?
AHA 1950.
Alberta Hospitality Association? I don't know. Or Alberta Hospitals?
Maybe it's insanely thick. I think it was actually, it's really thick.
This looks like a medicine bottle for sure. It has a little, it looks like an iodine bottle or something with that little dropper in it.
Here's a intact flask.
Oh, did you find one?
Yeah. It's a screw top, so it's not
super old.
super old.
But it's actually all there. Just mix in. Oh yeah, you've got some debris that's popped out.
Yeah.
I think this is actually, looks almost like the bumper of a car or something here.
It does kind of, I have found remnants of automobiles down here.
Well, there's tires down right underneath you actually. It's a really old skinny truck tire.
Yeah.
What's this? That looks like it's got porcelain enamel on it.
Yeah, I was just noticing that here. It almost, what is that from an old stove?
Maybe. Or a crunched up sign. Yeah, that's enamel, so that wouldn't be automotive.
Looking at this and the head is, I'm kind of thinking it might be an old stove.
In white though, stoves weren't usually. Well, I know actually that's not true. Yeah, it could be some kind of appliance. Hard when you see things like this and try and figure out what it is or what it was.
Just sandwiched in between all these concrete blocks.
Yeah, and actually right above our heads, there's dangling concrete blocks up there too. Is that your official pokey stick?
Yes.
You've weaponized yourself. We've gone back to the Stone Age. Oh, here's an interesting little thing. What is this? Oh, odd. What is that? It looks like a pipe, but it's chrome. Actually, oh, you know what that is? I think that's part of a windshield wiper arm.
I think you're right. Yeah, the old vent windows.
Yeah, it's like an old, it's either, I think you're right. It's probably like a vent window. So there could be some automotive stuff. That was just sticking right out of the dirt by this giant chunk of glass. There's also an old spark plug. And it's almost like embedded into the concrete. So there was some kind of vehicle down here at some point.
You know, looking at this, and I got glass here, it actually looks like they poured everything down and then poured concrete over it. Because if you look at,
maybe
it's like literally in the substrate of the concrete.
So you think they crushed a bunch of stuff, poured some concrete?
Closed it and concreted it in.
What, to reinforce the bank, maybe?
Yeah.
Could be. It's so weird the way that people treated and dealt with garbage back then. Okay, well we can keep walking. We can come back to this spot. Yeah. You're trying to figure out what that is? To me, it looks like there's definitely car tires, real skinny ones, so old, and some frame sections.
Yeah.
Okay, let's keep trekking. Just mind your step around here. There's easy to trip on the weeds and the vines. Sometimes these old bricks are dated too, or they have the name of the brick plant on them. That'll give you an idea of what we're looking at. Oh, there's been beavers down here. Those are all chopped by beavers. Oh, look at that. I think that's a copper plate.
Got like a copper roof.
Yeah, but I mean, heck, that's probably worth it just for the copper. That's a lot of copper. Like, I'm not kidding. That's a big chunk of... That's a big chunk right there. I mean, if a person was serious about scrapping stuff, they'd probably be hauling that up to the car more than an old bottle. But frankly, I don't want to deal with that today. But see, I'm standing on old building foundation remnants, and you can see blocks from old buildings, foundation bits, stones, steps. Good thing we don't have we don't have a lot of really deadly spiders or snakes and things. There's a old car tire. It's a really random assortment of stuff down here. There's tile, like terracotta tile, there's brick. And it's all been freshly washed by the receding waters. So things like this, like, see, that's a car tire right there. Boy, they got their money's worth out of the tread on that thing. Look at that. That's bald as can be. Gosh. Oh, I see that. I was mesmerized by the sounds of the ice on the river flow. Yeah, metal pipe.
Jar.
Oh yeah, little mason jar.
Yeah.
You're finding all the intact stuff. But old peg. I mean, I say old. That's the laziest type of describing when you find an object, but I mean, everything down here is not going to be exactly brand new. That's tile, like roof tile, shingles, and broken glass. The beer bottle popped out. This is the thing, like stuff like this, it gets pushed out from the frost, and so this bottle wouldn't have been visible to us so much last time. Another spark plug. Let's see. Made in Canada. Champion number 10. Champion H10 maybe? Somebody watching at home can look that up and see what that was from. It's weird when you put garbage back where you found it, it still feels like littering.
I found one of those last time we were here, but it's not.
Oh, that would have been a good bottle. That's like a 1930s orange crush bottle. It's just the bottom of it. Would have had the little crushy guy on it. Right, the rest of it's around here somewhere. I mean, on a good day, it's only worth like, you know, $10 or something anyway. I don't know what the heck that is. We gotta go down by Greg there.
A whole pile of inner tubes. Actually, no, they're cut off sidewalls.
Oh, yeah, we must be near the spot where I descended last time that I didn't want to do this time, because there was a pile of those sidewalls. There must have been some sort of vulcanizing facility here, or I don't know why they would just have sidewalls for a tire. Glass block. Oh, you know, that's part of a battery. I think that's a glass battery.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know, like a real early style.
Yeah.
So probably some automotive shop was around here, which is kind of encouraging because I did hear that a guy was finding old signs and stuff in this area that were popping out of the side. Yeah, that's part of an old battery, I think, right there.
Yeah.
But this whole side of this cliff is embedded with old automotive parts and glass and rubber, car parts and stuff. I would love to find like a big dealership sign. I mean, not that I found one not that long ago. It was in a barn, but you know, to see an edge poking out and pull it out and have a nice porcelain sign, that would make my day.
This is like Studebaker Hudson.
Yeah, the oddball makes. What is that? All these little circular, what am I looking at here? There's like little circular, I don't know if they're bottles or what these are.
Milk glass.
What is this? Oh, a piece of milk glass?
Yeah, it's got a design on it.
Oh yeah, could be part of a lampshade or something.
Yeah.
Said there was whole buildings that got tossed in here, so it could really be anything. What is this? Funny, see, look, it's like there was a package of something and everything rotted away except for the contents.
What are those? Are all battery cells?
It feels more like plastic.
Huh.
Probably prophylactics. Oh yeah, he found the old abandoned condom machine. Yeah. Now I got that in my brain. I mean, really, a person would have to take like an excavator and just plow right into the side of this, and probably be an endless amount of garbage and trash. That's why they've left it all these years.
Drum tree down
I didn't even have to dig for that one. Not terribly old. He's at screw cap style, so probably 40s, 50s, somewhere in there. But it's complete.
there. Old cork top.
What'd you find?
A little old cork top bottle.
Okay.
I don't know how old, but it's not.
Teens or 20s, maybe?
Yeah.
Well, if it had a cork, a little medicine bottle, you should rinse it off in the river.
Yeah.
is as stuff kind of falls off the edge here, it rolls down into the river. So I'm searching up on the bank, but Greg's finding stuff down here. Full set of stairs. Oh, that looks better. Oh yeah. It's awfully windy down here, but I see, remember I was saying that if you look at a brick, it'll tell you sometimes where it's from.
Yeah.
That's from the Clayburn Brick plant in Saskatchewan. That thing's been shut down for years. I actually walked through that with my dad back in the early 2000s, maybe 99 or so, and it was abandoned then. And there was this giant brick factory. They had a whole town built around it, and you had to spend like company dollars at the company store. It was almost like borderline slavery. But they had abandoned it like in the 30s or something. Guys just left all their coats and hats just sitting on the racks. It was like walking through a time machine. It was really cool, but that's where that's from. I've actually been in that place, of all places.
That's a bottle.
Greg is foraging with his stick.
Ah,
Oh, it's like an old whiskey bottle or something?
yeah.
Yeah, it's all there. Screw top.
Screw top, but it's amber glass, which is kind of
Yeah, it is amber glass. Yeah, that's pretty neat.
yeah. Cool.
I was thinking, you know, all these chunks of cement and concrete and bricks, and all somebody's dream up that hill at one point. Having to mop the floors and clean the bathrooms, drink your whiskey on the porch.
At least it wasn't in the jarro. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we found part of their toilet up there too. Okay. Keep walking. It seems like a lot of the debris has flowed down a bit. It's a little ominous. There's newer clothes sitting there. You hope whoever's those were made it out okay. It's stuck on a chunk of ice. Feel like we found the kitchen area because there's a rolling pin sticking out of the dirt right there, a wooden one. And some kind of glass bottle, where is it? Right there. But the ground's so soft and so covered in glass that I don't want to take too many more steps up, because if you slip, you could really tear yourself up. Whoa, like that. It's just, there's nothing to stand on. This is just waiting to fall. Okay, I'm going to put this question out to the people at home. What on earth would they have done with all this rubber with these perforated holes in it? There's just like strands and strands of it. There's scraps of car tire. I would only think maybe it was for like they did vulcanizing or recycling of retreading of tires down here maybe. But I don't know what purpose those would have served. What do you guys think? What's the deal with all this rubber dangling off the side of the hill here? I know it's kind of unrelated to me looking for treasures along the bank of the river, or identifying junk is more like it. But look how pretty this ice formation is as it melts, and how thick this slab is. It's like 2 feet thick. To think that that was just floating on the river, got washed up here like little icebergs. Pretty amazing. Greg, I found a $20 bill. You see what I'm looking at? Somehow, one single Monopoly $20 bill ended up on an ice floe in the middle of the river. That must have been one heck of a game. All right. Well, I guess we can say we found some money. You guys see that? Right there. Well, we'll poke around a little bit more and maybe go grab some lunch.
Yeah.
Okay. I was trying to figure out, there's a big scrap pile of metal over there, and it looked like it had wiring built into it. Must have been, it almost looked like a telephone switchboard, or I don't know what it was.
There's the old porcelain insulators on it.
Yeah, it had porcelain on it. Oh, this looks like it had writing on it. I finally find an antique sign, and look at the shape it's in. There was some kind of writing on that thing at one point. Might have been a sign. You know what though? At an antique mall, they'd still probably put like, oh yeah, $40. It just needs a little cleanup, eh? In my best Canadian accent. Oh, there's more orange crush bottles.
Oh yeah.
And they've been orange crushed. That one, it's an oldie. Yeah, there's a little crushy guy on it.
Find some old, there's another piece there. Tons.
Yeah, there's a lot of orange crush bottles in this area. I don't think I've ever been down in this zone before.
No.
There's another one there, one there, one there, one there. We're in like the land of old orange crush bottles. And whatever this was, is that Coke? No, it has
yeah, here's Coke right here.
Yeah.
It's an older bottle.
Yeah, they're dated on the bottom. If you ever find an old Coke bottle, look at the bottom, you can see the date. That one is 1936. Must be getting to an older part of the pile here. Yeah. It's just soda bottles everywhere.
I can find one of the older ones actually in town.
Yeah, these bottles, you know, if you had enough of them in good shape, they would be worth something. But unfortunately, these are all crushed. There's one there. Darn it, it's crushed as well. Wonder what was inside this pail before it got knocked down. It's where they kept their collection of black widow spiders, or worse, brown recluse. It's an old applied label bottle, which are fun because you can read what the brand was. Usually that one's missing, but the three little dots on it make me think that was 7-Up. And again, all the rubber scraps, the car tires. I tested out the ascent here. There's a spot, if you grab onto that little branch is sturdy. That's how I did it. And I heaved myself over the ledge. I guess I could give you a hand. Rather than watch you struggle, you got it.
Here we go.
Hey, we did it. Woo. Oh, this video should just be about watching two middle-aged guys try and climb a hill. Hey, look, they did it. Who knew? So we're checking out another trail up here. Greg, you found like a 1920s tin car out here once, right?
Yeah. Yeah, just up here a ways. So there's other older stuff.
Yeah, that's the right era. I thought we had a hard time getting up the trail. Look, that guy, somebody lost a shoe. Pretty new looking. Makes you wonder, what were they running from in this direction? They were headed that way. They ran so fast they cartooned their shoe off. I guess we'll find out. And so the environment has changed after a morning of walking around, getting our feet dirty and climbing up hills. We've decided now to come to a restaurant. So Greg is deciding what he's gonna get. We're gonna grab some food and call it a day. But guys, thank you so much for watching today's little adventure video. Didn't bring any bottles home, but we're gonna drink a Coke out of a bottle now. Future collectible, I guess. And enjoy the rest of the afternoon. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll see y'all soon. And as always, bye for now.